Well, good morning, everybody. And with that, we want to get started because the Oscars are upon us. The Razzies, I think, are a little more interesting. Dogecoin is going crazy, not to mention National Lima Bean Respect Day. All that and a whole lot more as soon as I cue this up correctly, all right here on The Morning Laugh.
Good morning, everybody. It's me, Josh Big Hair Novey, and I'm here to welcome my friends, Brian Kohatsu.
Well, good morning, Josh.
And Chris Wineland. Welcome. Oh, hello. What? Did you steal my name? Did you steal my name, Chris Wineland?
Well played, sir. Well played.
You know what they say? Whoever says it first on television gets to keep it.
Welcome to the morning chess match.
Check and mate. Good morning, guys. How are y'all doing this morning?
Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed.
Oh wow, it's weird that you still have the tail. You're supposed to get it surgically removed.
Oh,
yeah. I love that I opened my mouth for 2 seconds, then you both went, and you just waited for me to talk.
I wasn't going to say anything.
I was just yawning. I was just about to yawn. That was it. I was like, okay.
What's
that? It's a power yawn.
Oh, you know, not a whole lot. You guys hanging out? You guys excited about life?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, I'm all for it.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Wow, we are a barrel of energy this morning. We are missing our good friend Mike James. So if you are a fan of Mike James, he is not here this morning. He is in the bathroom, and we can't tell you what he's doing in there because it's real gross.
I will tell you because last week I was in the bathroom and I walked past him at the hall here at the Morning Laugh Studios, and so what's up? And he's like, just be a second, and
yeah,
it's been more than a second.
You know what, Brian? One of these days, I would really love a key to the Morning Laugh Studios. If you, I'm not in.
I'll talk to HR and we'll get it squared away.
Because I just film at my house, so if we've got a studio,
I don't. I wouldn't live in a place like this. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. We actually, this is like Wayne's World, where we built the set to look like our houses.
Yeah, and just if you listen to the podcast and you've never seen the show,
I can almost touch Brian. This
almost, my friend. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah, if you're listening on the podcast, you don't realize that I have a waterfall behiund me, and Josh basically lives in a casino?
It's pretty much
Hard Rock Cafe, I believe.
It kind of is. It kind of looks like a casino, except we all lose. The house doesn't win in this one.
And I live in a paper box. If you're listening,
yeah,
that's it. Paper box.
A
paper box. You heard me.
Like you're the poorest of all the homeless people. Like does anyone have a box I can live in? Nope.
Well, maybe I'm just an eccentric inventor, and I'm saying, you know what? Paper boxes are the new houses.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever think of that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Something to think about today, everyone.
Well, good morning, everybody. Okay, so let's get down to business. We got to talk about this. The Oscars are upon us.
Is anybody watching anymore? That's my first question.
Well, my first question is there any purpose to the 2021 Oscars? What movies?
Let me read off the list very quickly for you, and you tell me whether you've seen them. Guys, just yell out yes or no. Ready?
Okay.
The Father.
Nope.
No.
Judas and the Black Messiah.
No.
Nope.
Mank.
No.
Minari.
No.
Nope.
Nomadland. Sorry. Nomadland.
Nope.
Promising Young Woman.
Nope.
No.
Sound of Metal.
What?
Sound of Metal.
Is that about Metallica?
It's about a guy. I believe he's a singer or something in a metal band. And
is that a sequel to The Sound of Music?
No,
Okay.
and he's losing his hearing, I guess. Is the
Oh,
part.
okay.
And then the last one is the trial of the Chicago 7.
No, I have not seen any of those.
And actually, if you're watching the show right now and you have seen any of these, chime in, because I am curious to know whether or not I'm an avid moviegoer, and this year, obviously, last 2020 was a weird year for movies. I didn't see any.
It's been a tough movie because I'm also my favorite thing. I love going to the movies.
Yeah, I do too. Did you know during COVID there was actually a man that just lived in an AMC movie theater in Florida? He got arrested, but he got caught. But he was there for like 5 months, and he ate all their popcorn, and he learned how to play the movies. So he would watch the movies all day and night. And the best part of it was that the dude had his own home. He wasn't homeless. He chose to live there. Wow. And to me, that's the greatest man that could ever live. I'm like, yes.
Did he rig like a Roku to it too, so he could watch TV?
Maybe. I don't know what he did. He ate all the popcorn. They were out. It's great.
Good for him.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't support crime or anything, but
yeah. We don't believe in it's. But this is a crime spree that we could get behind.
That's got to be one of the weirdest ones too, because if they're like, no, you got to pay for all that popcorn.
Yeah,
that's $1 million right there.
Yeah,
that's the most expensive heist.
I know.
History of heist.
That's crazy. True. That is very expensive. Yeah, Dave just said he ate like $25,000 in popcorn. 25 million.
25 million. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you did it from the privacy of your own home, Dave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you're smart.
True.
Yeah.
He actually had to pay off. He had to pay off his debt with a stolen Renoir. And it's
So do you guys watch the Oscars though?
Yeah. No, here's because I moved here from Los Angeles, and so in Los Angeles, the Oscars are like the Super Bowl. Like, you know how we have like Super Bowl parties and everyone gets together and it's like a big event. That's how the Oscars are in Los Angeles. And so I didn't think that it was a big deal, but then I realized, of course, it's industry. So one time I did go to an Oscar party, and boy, was I wrong in doing that. It was dumb. So that's anyway. So I was watching football on my phone. That's what I'm saying.
Well, do you guys have like a little sheet? Because I used to do that with the Oscar
we used
party.
To do that here too.
I would. That's the whole reason I love it. But the problem is like, so the movies that you just listed, not only have I not seen them, but like the Trial, Chicago 7, that's on Netflix. The Black Messiah, that's on HBO Max. The rest of them, I have no idea, and I don't plan on watching those too. So it's like, how are you gonna watch the Oscar? I could blind guess, but that's it. Like, I'm not, I don't know.
Well, and then in the last few years when they've added more categories and more films, it's become the thing where it's like everybody's a winner, and they're all different things. They're trying to be more diverse. So when you do that, you get all kinds of films that not everybody's interested in or understands or gets around to 10 movies to watch.
And the worst part actually with the Oscars right now is their stupid acceptance speech, because now they're just pushing whatever cause they have, which is fine. But it's like, a few years ago is the first time that Leonardo DiCaprio won an Oscar. So then he got up and he was just talking about the environment. But it's like, dude, you've been all over the internet. We've been gunning for you. Everybody's been wanting you to win. Why don't you just say, this is crazy? That's it. No, he didn't. I'm done. So,
yeah.
That's
it's funny. It's funny that you are complaining about Leonardo DiCaprio talking about the environment, because today is Earth Day. And this is the one day that we're supposed to not try to kill the planet, Chris.
Well, then, ironically, I'm going to talk about only Leonardo DiCaprio movies. I'm going to do what he should have done on the Oscars. I'm doing it on Earth Day.
Yeah. You know how Mother's Day is the one day that your mom doesn't have to cook. Well, this is like this Earth. Earth is the one. Earth Day is the one day that we cook for the Earth is what we're doing. So
is Earth Day replaced Arbor Day?
I don't. They are different. They are different.
Are they different? Okay. I remember Arbor Day as a kid, and suddenly Arbor Day seemed to have gone away because apparently we planted enough trees. I don't know. And then Earth Day came along, and I'm thinking, well, wait a minute. I remember when as a kid, Arbor Day. I don't know anymore.
Well,
I'm just gonna go. You know what? I'm gonna go plant a tree today and hug the earth.
I'll go to the other side. We'll do a group hug. You hug the side of the earth. I'll hug the other side. We'll do. Full fun fact. Do you know where Arbor Day started? It's in Nebraska.
Ann Arbor?
It's in Nebraska. I know this because all of the signs in Nebraska say home of Arbor Day because that's the only thing Nebraska has ever done. And it's like my credit. It's like our credits for comedy. Be like, oh, I've been on Dry Bar. I have an Amazon Prime, and then that's on Nebraska.
I did an Arbor Day special.
Oh, we did an Arbor Day special. We
probably what I'm better known for.
We've been on Sirius XM.
Have you ever heard of Arbor Day? I'm sure you have. I'm sure.
How many years ago did you do that Arbor Day special? I don't know. We'll have to cut the tree in half and count the rings. Oh wait, who cut the tree? I'm sorry. Yeah. All right. Well, that's an added bonus. I wasn't keeping track of when Arbor Day or Earth Day was. So
yeah.
Well,
Chris wasn't because he's trying to kill the planet.
Well, I'm sorry, Josh. I'm sorry I didn't move to LA and learn how to have Oscar parties and Earth Day correctly. So all right,
let's talk about something a little more realistic for a second, though. So if we're not watching the Oscars, something I think we can all wrap our heads more around is the Razzies. You guys know the Razzies? You're familiar with the Razzies? Worst films and all that. Tell me how many of these you did or did not see. Worst picture nominees. Ooh, I'm excited. 365 Days.
No.
Not familiar with that one. Absolute Proof.
Nope.
Doolittle.
Yes.
No.
Fantasy Island.
No. But I almost watched it.
I wanted to see it. I still haven't seen that one. And Music. I haven't heard of Music.
I don't. It's just no. That's
the concept. It's the concept of Music. I have no idea.
Hey guys, ever watch this movie called Music? And it's you just and then they just talk about, hey, can you imagine like if there was like a sound that wasn't talking?
What if you had an inflection in your voice? Would that be a song? I think I did it.
Okay, so what if you had an inflection in your voice and then I go down here at the same time?
Now, on a personal note for the Razzies, a friend of mine, one of his films isn't nominated, but one of the actors in one of his movies last year is nominated. That would be Bruce Willis for the movie Hard Kill. Bruce Willis is nominated for 3 Razzies in the worst actor category for Breach, Hard Kill, and Survive the Night. My friend's film was Hard Kill, which is available on Netflix.
Wow!
Did you see it?
I did.
Did you feel
He's a good friend, so I'll not comment.
Okay, cool. Well, I think I would be honored. I mean, if I made a movie and it became a Razzie, I would be honored. I think I would.
You know what? If you're up for any award, accept it graciously.
Yeah.
Because then you could say, well, have you heard of my movie, my award-winning movie? I'm best known for Arbor Day. And then they would be like, get out of here, Nebraska.
Award-winning arborist Chris Wineland.
Okay, I just looked at this. I love this category. Worst screen combo.
I was just looking at this. This is my favorite.
Harrison Ford and the totally fake-looking CGI dog from Call of the Wild. Probably the longest title too.
Actually, I think my vote would be the Maria Bakalova and Rudy Giuliani. Oh my gosh! But this is my favorite one of all of these. Is Adam Sandler in his grating simpleton voice in Hubie Halloween. The worst screen combo. Boy,
I thought Hubie Halloween was great for what it was.
It was a perfect Adam Sandler movie.
Well, Sandler said when he didn't get nominated for the serious film he did last year,
Blood Diamond or whatever the heck.
Not Blood Diamond, but
Gems and
the Holograms. Yes,
Gemstones. Gemini. Gem.
Something. The Cut. I don't know.
Hey,
There's a lot of research done on the show.
If you're watching this or you're listening to this, what do you guys? What do you? What movie was that? What was that movie with
something
with
about
Adam
cold
Sandler
cuts?
and cold cut gems?
Was it cut? Something cut? Anyway,
Yeah, what was it called?
Sandler to get nominated for that. And he said that I'm going to make the worst film ever. Ooh-wee. And then he did.
He did say that, and I will say, I didn't hate that movie, the Hubie movie or whatever. Yeah. I mean, I didn't love it, but I watched it and I was like, all right, this is exactly. It's the most stereotypical Adam Sandler movie you would expect, and I thought, okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
Uncut Gems. That's what Dave just said.
Gems.
Yeah.
If you're listening to us, we're talking about Adam Sandler and Uncut Gems. Did you guys see that, by the way?
Yeah, of course I saw it. I loved it. I thought it was a one. It was. I thought it deserved at least a Golden Globe nomination.
Yeah. Oh, I could see it as a nomination because I could see how hard he tried. But I definitely, you know how you can watch Oscar movies and know that they just made the movie to win an Oscar. And he said that was his entire purpose. But that whole movie was every step of the way of that movie was just trying to get an Oscar. I could tell. So it was decent, but
yes, I have some Uncut Gems. I would like to say them to you. What are you saying? Yay. Is that what it was? I didn't see it.
Yeah. Diamonds are better. They go on the ring and shine real good.
No, amethyst is better. How dare you, sir, even bring that to my attention?
High quality gems.
Where are you?
These are high quality gems.
Oh man! All right. Hey,
you are correct, big hair.
Hey, send us your best Adam Sandler impression, and we will play
in the comments
next week. Yeah,
send it to us. P.O. Box 773, Los Angeles, California.
Schenectady, New York.
I've wanted to go back and watch those old shows, like even America's Funniest Home Videos, where they're like, "Are you embarrassed from your videos? Send it over to P.O. Box," and then they have the address. I want to send something. What would I get back? Anybody know?
I don't know. Let's find out. We'll have to make it.
I don't know, but
I'm tape.
I'm still waiting on those tickets for Donahue. I like when you watch an old show, you're right, and they still have it up. Yeah, where does it go? Who gets it?
Yeah.
Some poor guy who's like, I have started a small business. I'm an accountant, and I just needed a P.O. box. But if you want tickets to Whose Line Is It Anyway? 1998. I'll get them for you.
Yeah. Boy, man, are you guys? I mean, I'm excited about the Razzies because I mean, Doolittle. I watched Doolittle, and boy, did I hate it. It was. I mean, I didn't hate it. I don't hate anything, but it should not exist. Is the thing that how do you say that? He talks like this the whole time, and then I couldn't figure out where his accent was from. he was talking.
That sounded like a Robin Williams accent.
But yeah, he was like that. That's like his whole accent the whole time. You're a gorilla. Okay, gorilla. Like, what is going on? Robert Downey Jr. He's back on the sauce.
Turn into Iron Man already.
Turn
into Iron Man. It was what I just saw
under the worst sequel, Wonder Woman 1984, and I would agree with that. That was I'm going to agree
with that too. It was kind of fun to watch for a moment. I don't know. I didn't watch it for the story. It's like
the first 10 minutes. I would say that the first 10 minutes, I think, might be some of the best, like superhero movie stuff. Like sort of I don't know how do you call it? Like a throwback to like a superhero. I love that first 10-15 minutes of Wonder Woman 1984, and then after that, it lost me. It was like it was two different directors.
It's like watching Up.
Yeah.
First 10 minutes amazing, and the rest of it's just a story. Whatever.
Yeah, I remember watching Up, and I was like, "Oh, this is the worst superhero movie I've ever seen."
It's true.
Yeah. Well, guys. Okay. Well, we're having fun this morning.
Just complete silence for 5
I
seconds.
know we don't have Mike here to bail us
and
out. So.
I think we're nominated for a Razzie right now.
Yeah, we are. Some other news. LeVar Burton is finally getting his shot at Jeopardy. So we're very excited. He's gonna be guest hosting Jeopardy coming up, I think, next week. And
wait, the guy from Reading Rainbow?
Yeah, absolutely. No, not Reading Rainbow. The guy from Star Trek.
No. I think you're talking about the young kid from Roots.
Oh.
Wait. I thought you were talking about the guy that guest stars in a lot of weird movies and TV shows.
Yeah,
should be in Razzies. No.
No. So a guy from Reading Rainbow, LeVar Burton, who helped to teach a generation of kids how to read. We've all been kind of pushing for him to get a shot at Jeopardy, and he's getting it. So that's super exciting. I'm super excited about that. And
we live in an interesting time where everyone can put their 2 cents in, and then things happen.
Yeah.
It's like when Snakes in a Plane came out, and everybody wanted Samuel L. Jackson to drop the F-bomb, and so they went back and reshot a scene just to put it in there. And fast forward now, you want LeVar Burton, you get LeVar Burton.
Yeah. Well, you remember a couple years
LeVar
ago,
Burton is the next Captain America.
That would be cool. I'd be up for that.
Yeah. Well, you remember a couple years ago in Deadpool, they leaked the footage of Deadpool, and enough people were like, "You got to do something," and then they went and they did it, and it was a huge hit. So,
yep.
I'm not saying sometimes the masses know what we're talking about.
Yeah. Well, hey, they did that with Sonic the Hedgehog. Was it? They they put out the trailer. Everybody said no, and then they took it back, remade the movie, and it was still bad.
They didn't like the teeth.
Yeah. Oh, dude, no. Sonic the Hedgehog looked terrible in the trailer.
But
it wasn't just the teeth.
The teeth were the big thing I kept hearing.
Yeah. It was the hair too. It was like, what are you doing? It was weird. I never watched it.
It's just hilarious to be like, oh, the hair was all wrong. Says Big Hair. Chris Big Hair Wineland.
Big hair.
Big hair.
I know hair. Okay. I know hair like hair knows hair. Okay. I'm Big Hair. Okay. I know hair.
That was good.
That's my impression of Chris. I know hair.
Is that what I sound like? Is that how I sound?
Yeah. Yeah, are you guys? Oh man, I'm so there's a lot of movies that were from last year that got postponed to this year, and they're gonna start coming out. Tomorrow, is possibly the most anticipated movie in the last 25 years of my life, and I'm absolutely I can't wait to watch it with my kids.
Wait, let me guess. Is it LeVar Burton in anything?
It is not. Actually, you know what? If LeVar Burton is in this, I am going to go wild. Okay. I will jump. I will throw things. I will be absolutely over the moon to watch LeVar Burton starring in Mortal Kombat.
LeVar Burton. Bum, 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 bum. Luke,
get over here.
LeVar Burton.
And read. Get over here and read.
And read. Reading Rainbow. That's his power.
Oh, you can't take him. Yeah, I can. I'll win him over with reading. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. You're doing it. Keep reading.
You're killing me. Man, I'm so excited about Mortal Kombat. Let me say, okay, so I loved Mortal Kombat, the video game when I was a kid, and the Mortal Kombat, the movie is possibly the worst movie ever made. That is also the best movie ever made. It's top 5.
Talking about the one in the 90s?
Yeah, absolutely. Everyone
winner of 18 Razzies.
Yeah. Everyone knows the best worst movie ever made was Bloodsport. Of course, we all know that. But Mortal Kombat is up there. I would put that probably in the top 5.
Yeah, hands down.
The original Mortal Kombat movie was a basic remake of Enter the Dragon, Bruce Lee's Enter the Dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I think you're right. I saw that movie even as a kid, and I was like, I don't know. And I love the video game. I think the video game is probably one of the most fun video games you could ever play for that time.
Mhm.
The movie was just beyond terrible. So, but this is coming from a guy that loves the movie Godzilla 2000. So,
What are you gonna do
Yeah.
with Ferris Bueller.
with Ferris Bueller?
Yeah,
Guys, I think there's a large lizard in the city. Why are you
that's
still
perfect.
Go home. Go home.
Go
There's a lizard loose. Why are you still here?
That was
Listen,
the scene. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
That was my favorite scene, right at the end credits. Yeah.
yeah. My favorite. He was like, look, there's a giant lizard and 78 trombones leading a big parade. It was weird.
Yeah.
Music Man reference. Okay, anybody that's watching does not know the remake of the Music Man starring Ferris Bueller. Okay, all right.
Going back to Mortal Kombat for a moment. You know what? The bizarre thing to me about the original movie was the fact that Christopher Lambert, or Lambert, if you're French, Christophe Lambert, as he's known in France. Why was he in that movie? It just seems so weird to have Christopher Lambert, Christophe Lambert, Christopher Lambert, all three of them were in that movie, and it just seemed like very odd casting to me to put him in there. And then in the second movie, they recasted him.
Of course.
Yeah.
When you have a movie like Mortal Kombat, it is obviously it's a large cast, so you need that star power to really anchor the cast, and that would be that Christopher Lambert,
Christophe
Lambert,
or some of us like to call him Topher Lambert.
Yeah,
Topher Lambert. Yes.
That was
actually, of the Highlander films.
Yeah.
If you're not familiar, of the Highlander films, I think that was the big connection. Was like, oh man, this guy who's legally blind can wield a sword really well. So let's put him in this movie and don't let him wield a sword because he's legally blind. So let's do that.
Well, who's the star power for this new Mortal Kombat?
Doesn't matter. The name says it all.
Yeah.
Josh just said you got to have star power. So who is it? That was Josh's word.
Because now not Mortal Kombat is the star power.
Okay.
Mortal Kombat is the star.
Okay. All right.
It's like Con Air. Con Air is the star of the movie.
Yes, it is.
We don't need John Malkovich. We don't need
Nicholas who?
we don't need any of those people. All we need is a plane with convicts on it, and we're fine. I'm okay with that movie. Whatever happens, I'm good with that.
My favorite part of the Con Air had to be with Malkovich killing that guy, and his name was Sai. Remember that? Sai Anara.
Man. Oh man.
Hey, if you're not, don't miss it. Don't miss the point here. Malkovich, all he said was Anara.
Anara.
He only said Anara and killed somebody. That gets a Razzie for best line.
Yeah.
Was that up for the worst movie or the Razzies or whatever? I don't know, because I think it was if you remember correctly, at the beginning of the movie, Nicolas Cage is a special forces soldier. He's done with his tour of duty, right? He's home.
Served his country. He's a hero.
He's a hero. He goes home and he's still wearing his uniform at the bar. And then he gets in a fight, and then so someone brings out a knife and they try to stab him, and he uses his special forces martial arts to kill them, and then someone takes the knife and they run away, and he gets put in jail because they said that he was a special forces soldier, which means that his hands were a deadly weapon. So
that's right.
So now Nicolas Cage, he gets sent to prison. He's stuck there, but he's a good guy. So that's the whole point of the movie, is that first of all, if you know martial arts, your hands are a deadly weapon, and secondly, everyone knows that when you get out of the army, you always wear your uniform after you're done. That's the two things you got to know.
Well said, sir. Well said. I was looking this up while we were talking, and Nicolas Cage was nominated for 6 Razzies. Oh, sorry. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Razzies. He's never won a Razzie.
Aw.
Oh, man.
Which I think all of the internet needs to get behind this.
He'll definitely get an honorary one before he's gone.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will say this, Josh, you got me excited about Con Air again. And I honestly, we could dedicate a full hour to Con Air because there's so much going on. Steve Buscemi as the crazy pedophile guy in there. Then you got, don't forget Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle, thrown from the plane with a note on him.
He's got the whole world. It is. Listen, I could. We're gonna do an episode where I just talk about Con Air and I go through the whole movie, and maybe even just recite the lines. We don't know. We're gonna do a table read of it.
Big table read in an hour.
I feel like
there's a lot of action, so we could probably get through it in 35 minutes.
I feel like this is already the episode. Oh man, I've only seen clips.
Has won an Oscar, right?
I believe for Moonstruck.
He won it for.
Was it Moonstruck?
Who did? Who?
Nicolas Cage. He won.
I lost my head. I lost everything.
He won Best Actor for Leaving Las Vegas.
Was it Leaving Las Vegas?
Yeah,
did he win a supporting for? Was he just nominated for Moonstruck? He was great in Moonstruck.
Well, he was a nominee for adaptation, and he was a nominee in 1988 for Moonstruck for best performer for an actor in a motion picture, comedy, or musical.
Well,
so there you go.
This is an unpopular opinion, but I think Nicolas Cage is fantastic.
He's fun. Yeah. He's fun to watch, man.
He's great.
Absolutely.
You could watch him order at Denny's. Grand Slam, ham, over easy, coffee. Thank you.
Yeah. My favorite was
Evelyn. Is it Evelyn? Thank you.
That's great. That was really good. I remember that one movie where him and Sean Connery played paper scissors, The Rock. That was a fun one. I choose scissors. The Rock.
The Rock is one of my favorite films. Somebody gave it to me on my birthday one year, and I watched it twice that night. And then I made it a thing where I'd watch it every year for my birthday, but I gave up on that a few years ago. I got older, more wiser, so I started watching Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan.
Oh, there you go.
Kirk has his birthday. You give him the bifocals. So it speaks to me more now than The Rock does. So The Rock, the movie, not the actor, because he speaks to all of us.
So all of our viewers out there in Facebook land, what Nicolas Cage movie is your favorite, and how is there something that we're not talking about Nicolas Cage that you need to hear us talk about?
National Treasure. Okay.
Oh gosh, yeah.
I will tell you something that's very odd. So the cabin that I used to own up north in Oak Creek, which is north of Sedona, there's a guy who lives in that area with us who is I don't know what his exact job is, but he kind of works with celebrities. Anyways, as the story goes, I was not there this particular weekend. Nicolas Cage was staying with him. And I thought, if I ever was just like, I'm going to go fish and go down to the creek, and there's Nicolas Cage, like, hi, I would just be like, what? How did you get here? Why are you here, Nicolas Cage?
Yeah. You want to go fly fishing? Oh,
he loves the Grand Canyon.
Really?
Like when he took one of his wives before he married her, he took her, helicoptered her down the Grand Canyon. The Havasupai people are amazing people. We had dinner and then we left on a helicopter, and then he married her.
Oh, okay.
And then later divorced her.
Of course. Well, because once you get to that, the expectations are so high. Like you can't start like me, I talk about this a lot, how I have I made the expectations for my fiance so high that I can never live up to them, because a couple of years ago I surprised her with tickets to Hawaii, to which I then proposed on the beach. I'm never gonna do better than that. That's the best it's ever gonna get. And then so same with that. You can't helicopter into the Grand Canyon and be like, well, what are you making for dinner?
Yeah.
Who wants chicken tenders? Doesn't matter the food, it's the experience. Just to bring this all around for you, Josh, you just talked about, so that same creek where Nicolas Cage was is actually where I proposed to my wife.
Oh,
see that?
Did you tell her while you were proposing, hey, this is a Nicolas Cage creek?
This is like Nicolas Cage might come here one day.
That actually sounds like a Dawson's Creek remake. Nicolas Cage Creek.
Nicolas Creek. It's Nicolas Creek.
Where he plays all the characters, though.
Yeah.
For Nick Cage to be over. Man, oh man. Let's get to some other news here. Everyone knows what happened a couple days ago. All right, 420, which is National Lima Bean Respect Day.
Yeah, and that I think that's the only thing that people think about on that day. It's the only thing that day is known for.
That's the only thing that I could possibly find out about that day. 420 is the only thing I could find. So anyway, so here, do you guys want to know some lima bean facts?
I would love. Not that I don't already know them, but let's share again.
The lima bean is named after Lima, Ohio. Okay, because that's where it's grown. However, Lima, Ohio is named after Lima, Peru. So at some point in time, people. So theoretically, the lima bean is actually named after Lima, which is where it originated. And then so now, so it should be called the lima bean, but because we're Americans and we are idiots, it's called the lima bean because we just choose to.
Well, and I'll take it a step further. You probably don't know this, but Lima, Peru, was actually named after lemurs. And so lemurs really created the lima bean, just lemurs as a general sense.
And lemurs, I don't know if you know this, were named after Lee Majors, but they just put it together because he's such a big fan. They thought those little creatures look like Lee Majors, and that's how that happened. And there were 6 million of them running around.
And fun fact is that Lee Majors' favorite food is lima beans.
Wow.
Yeah,
it's true.
That's all it for on the set of Go Fast.
Yeah. I bet you didn't think you were going to learn stuff if you listen to the show, but here you are, everyone listening and watching. You're learning stuff. Fun fact: 2011, someone broke into Cage's house and ate a fudgesicle. June feels like that should be mentioned, and I would agree. Thank you for sharing that.
That should be mentioned.
How did they figure that one out? That it was just the fudgesicle. Nick Cage is like, someone ate my fudgesicle.
Because Nicolas Cage remembers everything. Like, I distinctly remember there being 8 of them in that box. That box had 8.
1, 2, 3, 4. Where is Mike?
I feel like his family.
I had one in the kitchen on Friday. I had one in the living room, specifically watching Con Air on Sunday night. Then I had.
No, honestly, that sounds like a far. that sounds like a far-fetched excuse towards the wife, where the wife was like, "Okay, who is eating it? I've already told you, Nick. You cannot have all of the fudgesicles. It wasn't me. Somebody ate the fudgesicle."
and then it peaked when he said, "I'm calling the authorities."
Somebody broke in and stole our. And then they look at the footage, and it's just Nick Cage,
starring
in a Nick Cage outfit from one of his movies.
Nick Cage wasn't just in his own camera security; he was starring in it, and that's how Nick Cage exists.
Fudgesicle, the movie.
Probably is a movie somewhere.
It's like John Wick, except instead of a puppy, someone took the fudgesicle.
That's it. Okay, we need to write that movie, pitch it to him, and then get a Razzie. That should be our entire goal.
Yeah,
that's
but
a great
Nick's
story.
smart. He'll look at it and go, "I see it as a short, guys. I don't see it as a feature." Could you beef up the character a little bit?
Well, since we're on interesting facts, Nicolas Cage is actually a Coppola. Everybody knows that. Yeah. Coppola, whatever.
It was actually Nicholas Coppola for Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Yeah. So there you go. If you guys are wondering How did that guy ever get into show business? That's your answer.
Mhm.
And Coppola was originally a wine before it was a family, if you know that. It was, and then a bottle of Coppola wine turned into a director who had a Nick Cage. So, in case you were just wondering about the way it worked.
Yeah.
Huh.
Which is why all the Coppolas are perpetually drunk, because they're actually just made up of wine.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah, that's starting to make sense.
I feel like if somebody ever watched our if they ever watched this or listened to this, we would get sued for something. I feel like we would say something and be like, guys, yeah, like Yahoo News would be like, can you believe that the stars of the morning laugh are getting sued over what they said about Nicolas Cage and his fudgesicles?
This I'm surprised how much Nicolas Cage talk has been this morning.
Yeah.
There's been a lot. A lot. And there needs to be more. So
I would. Oh, I love this. This is it. Nicolas Cage stars in Oh Fudge, coming out in the freezer section this fall from Michelle Van Dusen.
it's just him like with the fudgesicle stick, like stabbing people. I will avenge you, popsicle. and then let me read the joke. So
where does a 400-pound gorilla sit? Anywhere he wants.
Wait a minute. I get it.
Oh my goodness. And then Steve Buscemi's off in the corner. He's got his own fudgesicle, and it's off the stick, and he's just like patting it in his hand, going, he's got the whole world.
It's all over his face because he's still wearing the white outfit. So it's like he's like the good humor man is what he is.
Then John Malkovich, he pushes the good humor man out of an airplane.
Yeah. Anara.
Okay.
Anara.
Listen, those that watch our show on a regular basis. Thank you so much. Because all we do is talk complete nonsense at 6 a.m. Yeah. And you guys watch every single week. And so thanks. Thanks.
What do you get when you take 3 tired men and you wake them up at 5 o'clock in the morning?
This is for the people who say, you know what? I just need some nonsense in the background.
Yeah,
and that's why we're here.
That's it. Honestly, we are the Nick Cage of morning show podcasts. Nicolas Cage.
Set a very high, very high plateau. Well, we plateaued. What am I saying?
Yeah.
Good.
Fun fact about the three of us: we used to be Coppolas.
Yeah.
Now
I'm actually a bag full of wine. This is what, so you know how like in the Bible it says don't put new wine into an old
wineskin,
old wine stack. That's what happened to me, and that's why I exploded.
I had a Super Bowl party a few years ago. Going back to something you said years and years ago, I had a Super Bowl party, and we told people, yeah, if you want to have a drink, like bring your own drinks, whatever. This was a couple years ago. A friend of mine brought a box of wine. You know how big those things are? Brought it, sat it on the counter. Nobody else drank it, and she drank like almost all of it. I was like, "What are you doing with your life?" I wanted to just like intervene and be like, "You got to stop this. This is bad."
I think they went wrong the minute they bought a box of wine.
That's what I'm saying.
And then number 2 would be opening the wine.
Yeah.
Number 3 was we can't let it go to waste.
We can't let it go. It's such a big box. And it's like $10, and it's just like, what are you doing with your life? So that's it.
Wow, yeah. That's amazing. Here's my. No, I have everyone has here after I tell mine, then Brian can tell whatever his Super Bowl party is because we care. And
Nicole, by the way, said a box a day keeps the doctor away.
When I first moved to Los Angeles a few years ago, it was Super Bowl weekend. And of course I got it. And, I had friends already in Los Angeles, so I got invited to a Super Bowl party. I go to the Super Bowl party, and I was like, I call up, I was like, hey, do I need to bring anything? And they're like, no, we have everything's covered. We're making nachos. You're gonna be fine. So I get there, and by nachos, they meant that they made it was like celery sticks with like hummus and other like beans and stuff that they put on top of it, and they would eat it as nachos. And I was so mad, so upset with my friend because someone says don't eat. You're going to a Super Bowl party. You're expecting wings. You're expecting pizza. You're barbecue ribs. I don't know. You're not expecting hummus and celery sticks.
Yeah.
Well, you know where you should have moved to. I mean, I'm glad you moved to LA. Glad you enjoyed it, but you should have went to Chicago, because when I was in Chicago, any party I went to, it was comfort food. It would be like, we just have a gigantic bowl of mac and cheese that's smothered in cream cheese. If you guys want to share it, it's like that was the night. It's like, okay, I'm cool with it. Well, you should have went to Chicago. It's great.
See, but Super Bowl, usually it's a lot of bowls full of food, not celery sticks and like, what do they call those? Ant logs or whatever. That's what you were having, basically. Peanut butter and raisins in a celery stick. I don't know. Yeah. You want a bowl full of stuff. M&Ms.
Yeah.
Not hummus.
Super Bowl. Super Bowl. Super Bowl.
I love that you just did that. It's like, can we please make a T-shirt for this show, and it's just Nick Cage's face, and it just says Super Bowl about 10 times.
But it's Super Bowl. Super face off.
I'm with you, Josh. I'm with you.
June Colson.
My favorite thing about Nicolas Cage is that he has to say whatever the title of the movie is at some point in the movie.
Yeah, he does. I'm trying to think of his movies.
It's in his writer.
Yeah.
I have to say Moonstruck once. No. Come on.
Come on. Oh, gosh. So June Colson. Yeah, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
June says it was $15 a box, and I now know why Chris hasn't invited me anymore to any more parties.
True. June would be like, $1.50. You have a problem. You're like, at least that's $3 worth.
Count it down.
Nicole Miller says $15. That's the good stuff.
Have you ever had those the box of wines? It's like exactly what you would imagine communion from a church, that it does the alcohol instead of the grape juice. That was like the first and only time I was like, what is it? And then I was like, why am I taking communion? It was terrible.
My question is, can you taste the cardboard?
Yeah. No, it's in a bag. It's in a little bag.
I know. I'm just breaking the illusion. I just like to think it's a UPS box full of wine.
Yeah. I know.
Not a wine drinker. Never could.
Yeah, no, me neither. Ugh. No,
and then you add a box to that, and it's like, wow, that sounds like something.
When you just said not a wine drinker, I believed it, and for whatever reason, when I said it, I felt like I was in denial. I was like, yeah, me neither. Oh. Why do I sound like I'm a huge wine drinker right now in this show?
Chris Wineland? Come on.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. I called my dad maybe 3 years ago, and I was just sitting there, and I woke up and I called my dad. I said, Dad, why has nobody in our lineage ever had a vineyard? Like, what is wrong with us as winelands? When you're given lemonade, when you're given lemons, you make lemonade. When you're given wine, you're supposed to make wine aid, and we didn't. So
my friend Chris Lemonade says that all the time.
Does he make lemonade?
Oh, he's big.
Okay.
You ever heard of Country Time? That's Chris Lemonade.
I know.
I'm super excited about this. This is going on. There's a YouTuber, I think, some social media influencer is being hailed as having the worst poetry book ever written. And here's a poem. Here's an actual poem from her book.
Okay.
Relative. The title's Relative. Time is relative. Beauty is relative. Family is relatives.
Can you read that again as Nick Cage, please?
Nick Cage, that would make it much better.
Yeah. Relative. Okay, relative. Time is relative. Beauty is relative. Yeah. Family is relatives. Okay. Con Air. It's just Nick Cage just saying the names of his movies as his poems. Boy,
Inara.
Yeah, Inara.
That bit right there that you just did will get us sued.
Yeah, for sure.
That kid is gonna go, not the worst book ever, and you didn't read it right. More pauses between time.
I don't know. I feel like I could listen to Nick Cage do like a lot. Like if I could listen to him read Maya Angelou, I would be happy with it. I know why the cage bird sings. Okay, all right.
He should get a contract with Calm because I talked about it the other week, but Matthew McConaughey read us to bed, and that was enjoyable. But imagine Nick Cage. Like, sure, nobody would sleep, but they would enjoy it. They'd be like, all right.
Nick Cage will keep you up. That's the thing. I need to stay up.
We're having complaints about people having night terrors.
Because he was just
awake.
kind of yell in the middle of it. 3 little pigs.
Oh, this is a good idea. Dave Ebert says Lamar Burton on Jeopardy, Nick Cage, and then Reading Rainbow reboot.
That'd be great.
Reading Rainbow.
And now the cat in the hat. Page 1. Like take them an hour to read it.
Well, speaking of books, I know we're getting kind of close to them. Speaking of books, I know Chris has written a book called the Great Heckle.
Yeah, it's a poetry book. And it's all about relatives.
Yeah. So. Heckle is relative.
Your book is available on your website. Is that true?
Yeah. So actually, my book it's available on my website. It's available on Amazon. I put it out in April of 2020. So I'm going on a year now, but I never actually did a launch. I never did a traditional launch. So I've been talking about doing like, now that people are kind of coming outside, I've been talking about doing like a book tour, just kind of a launch to be like, oh yeah, I wrote this and I published it. Cool. Basically, I published it at the wrong time. I should have just kept it under wraps for a year. That's good. So,
but
at Chris Wineland Comedy, you can find pretty much all. You can follow Chris everywhere with that. Yeah, at Chris Wineland Comedy. Pick up a copy. I have a copy. Mine's not signed yet, but I have a copy.
It isn't.
Everyone else got a signed copy. I didn't.
I thought I signed yours. No,
you did not.
Mine was
kind of a weird story. So anyway.
Mine was signed, but then I used whiteout to get rid of that thing. So,
well, jokes on you.
The value of it.
Jokes on you. I'm not the one who actually signs it. Nicolas Cage is. I send him all my books.
And Barb Thompson says, "What if he called you guys?" Like, what? I would. Cage. Yeah.
Oh man.
What if Chris pulled off his mask to reveal that he is in fact John Travolta? And
and I would have gotten away if it weren't for you kids.
I would have gotten away with it if it weren't for you kids.
It's like good Scientology.
By the way, that was me and Moonstruck. Nick Cage does not exist. It's just Travolta.
Travolta. What's going on with Con Air? Oh man. What do you have coming up there, Brian? What do you got coming up?
I will be in Prescott Valley. Mike and I will be up there for the Prescott Valley Days, the 43rd annual one. I was on Prescott Valley Television yesterday.
Wow.
I had to record it myself and send it, but they actually used what I sent them. So that's kind of it's the first major event they've had because it got canceled last year. So it's a big event. So hopefully a lot of people will be out there. So Prescott Valley Days, they're at the fairgrounds. And then what do I have after that? I have a lot of personal stuff coming up. My son's graduating. My daughter's turning 16. Spending lots of money. That's what I'm saying.
Mm.
I'm going to have a vacation with the whole family after that to celebrate everything. So,
are you going to be? Are you going to throw like a Sweet 16 party, like a MTV style?
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I'm going to do. My wife is combining the graduation party and her 16th birthday, which she said it. I didn't think that was a great idea, but we're still in negotiations. Trying to get Nicolas Cage to show up and wish her happy birthday. Great job so far.
Here's a car.
16. Never been kissed. Keep it that way.
Oh man.
So that's what I got going on.
Yeah. I know we're all going to be at
Stir Crazy. Yep.
Crazy for Mother's Day.
Yeah.
And Father's Day, but Mother's Day is coming up a lot quicker than Father's Day because we care about mothers and not fathers.
Mother's Day, May 9th. And joining us will be Rhonda Corey.
Really?
Rhonda Corey will be.
Oh, that's right. I did know
She'll be in town. She'll be at Stir Crazy that weekend, but she's going to join us for that big show. So
that'll be cool. This Sunday I'll be at Freedom Church in Augusta, Kansas. So if you're anywhere near Augusta, Kansas, I'll be at Freedom Church Sunday morning and Sunday night. It'll be fun.
Cool.
I actually heard that church in Augusta, Kansas, they're actually it's a potato church, and so instead of communion, they have freedom fries. And they were originally known to create lemurs, who created lima beans, lima beans.
And communion is out of a box.
Out of a box. Hey, if you just want to grab that box, whatever you want.
Freedom fries and a box of wine.
And everyone,
led by Karens.
Every single person in the audience is actually Nick Cage.
Box wine communion is led by Karens.
Bow your heads, and if you don't, I know who you are.
Well, I'll tell you. So my mom is coming into town today. I'm picking her up. She's going to be here for a week, and so I'm looking for things to do around the Phoenix area that someone like me, old and fat and slow, can do. So I'm not much of a mover and a shaker. I'm a shaker, but not much of a mover. So. Like what would you suggest? I know there's you all have lived here for a long time, and I have not.
Getting to know you as I have, Josh, I would say your mother would probably love nothing more than to spend valuable quality time with you watching Mortal Kombat at the theater this weekend.
It's funny because that's going to happen. Actually, I don't care who. It premieres tomorrow night on HBO Max, and I don't care who's around me. I'm watching it, and they can watch it or not.
I think you should go to the theater for the full experience. And I just love the fact that your mom's going to be nudging you going, man, this Liu Kane thing is not right. It's not even close. This is not the portrayal I was looking for.
She's going to be like, where's Johnny Cage? He's not in the movie. Where's Johnny Cage? It's not.
And she'll be like, they didn't even use the original song. Where's the dun, 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 dun? Come on, guys.
Why is Christopher Lambert fighting someone behind him? He's legally blind. He can't actually see him. There's no one there.
I love Nick Cage Marathon, Dave. That's perfect.
That's amazing.
Perfect. And Nick,
there is a restaurant I've never been to, but it's over in Desert Ridge, and I think you might like it. It's like a superhero haven restaurant. Tons of superheroes, tons of villains, and I think they have something from Mortal Kombat there. So it might be something you may want to go to. I don't know.
Yes. Yep. Something my older mother would love.
She into music?
Yes, she does like music.
The MIM, the music, what is it? Music Instrument Museum.
Oh,
yeah.
That's in Scottsdale.
That's true.
I didn't know that.
I don't know if it's still there, but they had like John Lennon's piano from the Imagine video. They've got a bunch of it's great. And
might I recommend a box of wine?
Oh yeah. We have several boxes of wine. That'll last her half a day. and so
My mom actually brought up a really good point. There is a resort here, and they have a gondola ride. I took my mom to it. My mom and my wife and I, we took all of our parents to the gondola ride. It was really cool. I mean, these people, they learn how to sing over in Italy, supposedly. So, I mean, I don't speak Italian, so there's no way I know if they're lying or not. But, they get there and they just start like rowing the boat and they're like, oh, whatever it is. It's fantastic.
Okay. Where is that at? Tell us where.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I'd have to look it up.
Okay. All right.
But it's like $25 a person, but I mean, it is pretty cool.
That's great. We can do that. And so, hey, we're finishing up here. If you have any recommendations on where we should take mom here in Phoenix, go ahead and let us know. Or if you have any recommendations on what to do, just hit us up. And what is your favorite Nick Cage movie? We want to hear from you. Hit us back, and we can't wait to share that with our listeners and our viewers next week.
Thank you.
Other than that, do you guys have anything else going on?
Nope.
Nah.
Enjoy the Razzies, everyone.
Enjoy the Razzies. Enjoy the Oscars. Eat some lima beans, and save Earth, guys. Thank you so much. We have been the Morning Laugh.
Goodbye, everybody. Go ahead, Chris. Say goodbye.
Goodbye.